Flosstube. I'm Monica, Peaceful Times, and this is episode number 5. So, first of all, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who have um, watched my videos and subscribed, made comments, given a like. All of that is wonderful. It makes me realize I'm hopefully not just talking to myself. So, it's been good to get to know some of you a little bit better. I appreciate the comments and the help on different things. There was one that I was like, huh. I looked back at the video, I'm like, I stitched this, I taped the video, I watched the video, and I didn't know that on one of them I had totally made a huge blunder. So I will be fixing that before I show it again. I don't, it honestly was like a blessing in disguise because there's a couple parts of it that I wanted to take out anyway because I didn't like the color, and then there was a huge mistake. So it's going to be great. I might just start it over altogether. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for coming over. Thank you for watching my videos. I want to thank the other floss tubers that have sent you as well. So there is the So-and-Sos, Kathy and Nancy. They've got a great channel there. I love watching them. They were sweet enough to give me a shout out, along with Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, Olivia there, and Jessica from Sweetwater Stitcher, and DC Lynn. All of those wonderful ladies were nice enough to give me a shout out. So I appreciate that. I appreciate them watching my videos as well. So this week, we've had the best fall weather that you can have in Northern Illinois. It has been warm. We've had like high 60s, low 70s. It was beautiful. Then the weekend hit, and Friday was a little rainy, and Saturday rainy, really blowing, kind of brought in cooler weather. So now it's starting to begin to feel more like fall, which is okay. I'm not looking forward to the Northern Illinois winters because I'm not a big fan of driving in snow and ice, but I have about a 30-minute commute every day. But that's okay. That's what we get when we live here. So there are worse things, I guess. So let me get started on some of the things that I got a little bit further on. I didn't do a lot more on some of these. First of all, there's Pumpkins for Sale, which is a Lori Holt, It's So Emma by Lori Holt pattern. And these are this is where I'm at. I maybe got a little bit more. These are the called for colors that I'm using with it as well. There's a ton of different colors, but they're really pretty on there. So I think this is one that I'm going to put away now for the year because there's other seasonal ones that I want to get started. So I'm going to kind of be done with that for now. And the same thing with this one, Autumn Rules. I love this, and I actually am stitching it on what it called for with the Vintage Country Mocha, and I love the darker color. Now I've seen it done. I know that Primrose Cottage actually did one of their samples on, I think they did light taupe, if I am correct. And it's really nice too. But I just, for whatever reason, I don't know, I just love the darker color of this. So I got a little further. I got the pumpkin and then this much done. These are the colors. They're super pretty. There's a lot, but not a ton. So that too is one that'll probably get put away for the year now. All right, so I had some new starts. There was a couple of different ones that I was wanting to start, and let's see here if I can pull these over. Sorry, I'm looking for the pattern on this one. Hold on, let me find the pattern. Okay, so this is Santa Baby, and The light is super giving a glare. When I got this pattern out, I realized that it was being stitched on kind of a like mint green, blue, light blue background. And it calls for an Aida, let's see, minty green 14 count Aida. Well, in my head, it was a lot darker than what it actually was. So I didn't have the pattern with me. I just remembered it and was thinking, you know, it was kind of the, I know they used aquamarine Rit dye, and I thought it was a lot darker. So I dyed this fabric, and it's hard to tell, I think, kind of, maybe if I go back here a little bit. It's not bad by any means. It's not too dark. And I think it's going to be cute. And the back of it, the other side, honestly, is a lot darker. I don't know if you can, probably can't see too much. But I chose the little bit lighter side. Now I started with the outline of red, and then I thought, well, you're not going to be able to understand what it is with just the outline of red as I was filling it in. So then I was like, well, I'll do the white. So I started in on the white. You can kind of maybe see it if I go up a little closer. And then I was like, well, with the white, you can't see it. So I did the face, the like facial color, the skin color there. And then I was like, oh, forget it. I'll just put in all the charcoal that it called for as well. So then you can kind of see like the Santa face. And I think it'll be a quick go to fill in the red, the white, the cream, peachy, whatever color. So that was the first one that I started. And I actually got a lot further than I thought because I really didn't figure I'd get too far with that. When I dyed that fabric, I had some left over. What I dyed this fabric is 25 count Zweigart. Let's see if I can, I might have the little piece here. I was just going to show you what the little piece that came in the packaging, but anyway, I don't know where it is now. It's like blue, comes in blue packaging. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby, and it's 25 count white. It's an even weave from Zweigart, and so it dyed very nicely. You know, a good, nice, pretty color. Then I also had some 14 count Aida, and I thought, well, I'll try that as well. Well, that was an even darker. This was stuff that I had left, piece that I had left over, and I just used the leftover blue dye that I had in the container. And so I don't know if you can see the difference between the two when I put them up to each other, but maybe you can see the difference in the hole sizes as well. This one's a little bit brighter, a little bit darker than this one. But I know a lot of people commented that they wish they too could try different fabrics and things. And my suggestion is going with a 25 count or 28 count because honestly it's the same size almost, very, very close, very, very close to a 14 count Aida. So if you're used to the 14 count Aida, then switching over to an even weave that is the same size, but just counting over 2 is a great place to start. So that's my recommendation. I have started doing a few different linen pieces that are bigger, 30 count, 32 count, 36 count. I have ordered some 40. I haven't received it yet, but I ordered some 40 count to try as well. Like I said in my last video, I would like to do some of these bigger samplers, some of the Quaker ones, some different things like that. And they just are really big if you put them on a 14 count piece. So not that you can't, but I I would go with an 18 count, you know, try a little bit. Even if you want to stick with Ada, go for it, because I know Hobby Lobby and Michael's even sells up to an 18 count that really is the same as a 36 count. So you could try it on that. I know that so-and-so's, one of them did Liberty's Welcome on a, I was going to say 36 count, on a 18 count Ada. And it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So that was one of my starts. These are the floss that I'm using on the Santa one that I just showed you. And my next start this week was Quilt Shop from Little House Needleworks. I don't know if you can see it. And these are the threads that I'm using, which are the called for, and they're super pretty. There's some greens and reds and tans and whites and browns in that. And this was my start. This was the, I can tell you exactly because I kept it on here, the 30 count lamb's wool linen by Witchell. And this was the stuff that I was like, I don't know that I like it because it's really stiff. I don't hate it. It's really nice to stitch on, to be honest. So it's a beautiful color. My white is showing up on it quite well, even back here. And of course, if you were to, you know, when I mount it on something, it'll definitely show. So I was pleasantly surprised. It stitches really nicely. I've never been a big fan of really stiff fabric, but for some reason, I'm loving this. All right, and the last one that I started this week was Little House Needleworks Lantern Lane. It just has like a little sampling of letters, the alphabet on there. And I don't know why people consider this to be a Christmas stitch. I suppose because there's maybe some snow on the ground and things, and lanterny, you know, type of thoughts. But anyway, it's kind of like old-timey, so I really like that. And it only has maybe 7 different threads, so I'm using the called for that they have on there: red, green, tan, white, like a charcoal. What is the dark one? The dark one is black coffee. So I started it. I'm using a 25 count mushroom Lugana, and Lugana is like an even weave. I started it this way because I was like, oh, it'll be plenty big. That'll work. But I took it all out and then started here because I only had just maybe barely 2 inches to go all the way around. And I was like, I didn't know how I wanted to frame it. And if you look at the pattern, there is a good 1/2 inch or so around the pattern of, you know, just border from the outside of the linen that you can see. So I decided I'm not even half, let's see, this I think is the halfway point. So I'm going to go out, I figured, to, well, this was the next break. I mean, I figured, you know, I would cut it off about here. So I want to say this was maybe the middle. So I still have quite a bit to go just to do the top part, just for the border. So, but it looks good. I like it so far. It's super pretty. So I'm happy with that. Again, the colors on there, quite pretty. All right. So then I got some haul, and that's always a fun part. Fat Quarter Shop had a number of patterns on sale. So I kind of went to town. I don't normally buy a lot, but this time I did because, well, they had a bunch of cool ones. This is, I'll upside down. This is Tiny Modernist, and I love their things. This is a 13-part series. I just got the one part. I just want to do this one. Some of them say, um, when it rains, look for rainbows. Nothing worth having comes easily. And then success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. And that's the one I got. So that's the one this one is. And it's just something I'm going to put up. I love positive, inspirational sayings. And so I think this one will be fun to have up. All right. The next one, a bunch of these were like 50% off, 40% off. I think this one was maybe as well. This is a Plum Street Samplers, and this is Adam Names the Animals, and it's pretty cool. I loved how, if you can kind of see, like there's this tree, and in the tree you can see the big giraffe in there, and then of course there's a ton of other animals. And you know, with the sea, he named not just the animals above ground, but also all the ones in the sea as well. So that was kind of cool. This one I need to start for next time. This is a Trellis in Time. Merry Christmas to all. And it's just so cute. It's a cute Santa sleigh over houses. And then I got this one. I loved this one. This is Scattered Seed Samplers, Cottontail and Company. So that'll be a good one for spring. I won't start that one right away. I will wait. Same thing with this. This is more of a patriotic one. It's called Land of the Free. It's by Little House Needleworks. Oh, it's called Heart of America, but it says Land of the Free, and it's got Liberty on there as well. And I found this, I saw this, I want to say Just Keep Stitching did it. And I think it was Pam that had started it. And oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and you can see it done. And then I love stitching with the housewives, all their fun stuff. And this is Here Comes Peter Cottontail. So again, another spring one that I'm excited to start. And then I too love chickens, and I love farmhouse things. Grew up on a farm. We still live on a farmette. This is Farm Fresh Eggs, and I don't think there's anything better than Farm Fresh Eggs. And this is from Luminous Fiber Arts. And it's just super cute. I can't wait to do this one and have it up too. When I ordered, if you ordered $40 worth, you got this free Prim and Proper book. So I'm going to save it for when I do some giveaways at some point, and this will be one thing that I give away. And then here's the Tidy Modernist. These were super cute too. The chalkboard Easter ones. I thought these were fun, and I thought they would be neat to have. I don't know if I will change colors. I'll probably try a couple of them on the black because I've got, or the chalkboard color. But I also think they might be really cute if you could brighten them up and put them on like a, neutral cloth. This was also super on sale, and you can't have enough needle minders, right? So I have a couple more of those. Then I got the limited edition cute fox one. I loved their, Bat Quarter Shop had their Stitch Quarterly, and it was a fox and a tree this time. It was beautiful for fall. It was a really neat pattern. I love that. I also got the Holly Jolly Christmas one, but I put it on, I started using it right away. You saw it earlier on my Santa. So that needle minder I got, I like that one. And then this came. This was on sale. This is Spring Quaker, and Hygge Stitcher. Her name is Samantha. You got to go to her channel if you haven't been to her channel. She does a ton of those like fairies, and she did the whole reindeer series with all of the beads and everything. Oh my goodness, the stuff that she does is amazing. Now this one says, no matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. Now she's up in Canada, and she started their first snowfall, which they've already had. So I'm just thanking my stars that we have not had snow yet. Because a couple years ago on Halloween, we had like a blizzard. There was inches on the ground. It was miserable. And we got dumped on that whole year. So I'm thankful. This is going to be what I start on our first snowfall. I do have already collected the colors for it, all of the called for colors, but I don't have fabric yet. I do have some ordered to see kind of what I want. It calls for, I don't remember, let's see if it says on, oh, sand dune. So I do have something that could be used for it, a sand color that I got. So I'll have to lay them out and see. But this is one of those sampler type things that it's a bigger one. It's got, all your letters on it. Of course, as a teacher, I love all samplers, right? I think that whole ordeal is so cool. And then it's got this basket in the center, if you can kind of see, the cute little houses, this beautiful like bouquet in the middle of the basket, and then a bunch of the different Quaker type pieces along with the alphabet, and then just so many beautiful flowers, butterflies, birds. It's just mixed in with the snow, the snowflakes that are everywhere. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love that. So I'm so excited to do it. Can't wait. All right. Now, I also put an order in to a place called Farmer's Attic. And that's an Etsy store online. I'll link it below as well. And um, they had a number of fabrics that I ordered. So here's the first one. This one is called Vintage Smoky White. It's a Belfast linen. It's 32 count and it's 27 by 36 inches. I don't know if you can kind of see, but it's just like a white smoky. I mean, it's almost like the lines like go up it like it's like you've blown smoke. So it's neat. It's not just mottled like when I scrunched up, the blue and gave it like a mottled look. This is like literally kind of got a smoky feel to it. It's kind of neat. Some more thread. And then this is a Zweigart. It's called Sand. It's only 18 by 27. So I don't know if it would be big enough. It might be big enough for that spring Quaker one. But being 40 count, it might be. And it's just a neutral. It's not over dyed or anything. It's just a neutral linen. And it's 40 count, so I'm trying. This one is Stormy Night. And again, it's 18 by, I think it's like maybe 22 inches. And it's a neat one. It is dyed. And it is Lugana. It's a 32 count Lugana. But Farmer's Attic is the name of the store online. They are so nice. There's usually always a coupon if you subscribe to them. They'll give you like 15% off your first purchase. They do have different things on sale, so it's worth a look. I really liked ordering from them. I also got from them, this is Chuck Full Christmas. And I don't know, you can't really see in this light the color of it. It's almost like a mint green, and it has, though your stockings are stockings of silk or cotton or wool, I hope Christmas finds it chuck full. So, like that, I love the saying. I just love everything positive. Things that are positive. No matter what, I hope it's good. No matter what, in our circumstances, no matter what we go through, we can find the good things in them, right? Always. Always find the silver lining. Always find the good things. So this is from Erica Michaels. That's one of her patterns. It's an older pattern. And then this is from the Scarlet House, Seeking Refuge. And I really liked the house and things, but I also loved the saying. So the saying is, when the world seems to be out of control, I find a way to nurture my soul. Seeking refuge with needle and thread, the angst and anxiety I no longer dread. So that is encouragement to me every time I stitch it and then every time I look at it, to just remember that, you know, we can seek refuge in our art, things that calm us down. The world can be crazy around us because it kind of seems to be a little out of control here and there. Um, but that we can, we can find things that we love, find things that we enjoy, and continue with those. So I did find a couple of free patterns. Both of these I saw on other channels. So maybe you've already seen it. If so, sorry. The first one is from Plum Street Samplers. And this one I want to do, I'd like to start it for next time as well. And it's called Give Thanks. I'm showing the chart because it's a freebie. If you go to Plum Street Samplers, it's on their typepad.com, plumstreetsamplers.typepad.com. I will leave a link. But it gives you different threads for both a light background and a dark background. So I think the picture they show it on is like a chalkboard, a black. And but it's just so pretty, like just neat. I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving things. I don't think there's nearly as many Thanksgiving patterns out there as there are Christmas and Easter and Halloween. So it's kind of nice to have, and I'll probably make a pillow out of it or something, but to have something up for Thanksgiving specifically. So that's one. Another one is, this is a company, I believe it's a Russian company, not 100% sure, but I think it's Russian. It's called Owl Forest Embroidery. And I thought I had downloaded both of the fall ones that they had, but apparently I just did this one. And if you can kind of see it, it's super intricate. It's got like foxes and cats and owls and squirrels and pumpkins and a little cute like house. It kind of looks like a pumpkin house. And it's just really neat. It's super beautiful. And it has DMC, uses DMC. The chart is even colored. So, I mean, it's a free download. So I'm not giving anything away that you can't have. I think I'll let you kind of look here. I can't really focus in on it, but some of it's in English and some of it, I believe, is in a different language, which could be Russian. I don't know. You'll figure it out. But you can see it gives the threads in DMC. So that's something that all of us can get, or substitute something similar. So that was one. There's another one on there that's a carriage. It's a pumpkin carriage. And I was like, oh, I loved that one too. So I might do one of those as well. And Hygge Stitch, Samantha from Hygge Stitches is the Flosstube that I saw these on. Now this one, I think she was doing an Alice in Wonderland, huge thing that they released little snippets of it, at a time. And oh my gosh, that was really cool too, an Alice in Wonderland one. But on there as well, this was another one of the free ones. And since I'm doing little ornaments for all my teachers this year, one of my teachers is from Texas, and her office is all kind of boho or, and then like with all the cactus and Texas vibe stuff. So I thought, well, I could use one of these and make her ornament from one of these patterns, and I think she'll love it. So we just love her. She's, got a cute little Southern accent, and we love Texas, and so I thought this would be fun. And it gives you, again, a nice chart. These charts are great. I mean, they're very professionally done. So if you want to check those out, I'll link those below as well. And the last thing I have is this cross stitch journal. Now I haven't started it. I do want to start it. I do write things down, but I need to go back through the pieces that I've already done and really try to, I think, come up with a little bit better um, note taking as to, I'll put down usually the thread or the fabric that I use and the pattern name where I got it and stuff, but I don't always put down if I used any thread changes or anything like that. So these little this little book is neat and great and definitely something I would like to start using. Let me know. Do you guys journal all your stuff? Do you keep a journal of it in here? Um, I guess if you go back and are trying to show people and you want to know or recreate it, or if somebody else would like to know so that they could make it, it's good to have that information. And if you have it all in one spot or a couple of these, then that's probably a good idea. So, all right, let me look through here, make sure I got everything done that I needed to get done. Um, I think that's it. I wish you well. I wish you another wonderful next couple of weeks. Um, Stay kind, stay positive, and stay stitching. Goodbye.